Because we have different levels of crime.
So it is crime.
I shouldn't say crime, but it's not a crime. You're not breaking the law. I mean, you are breaking the law.
Charlie Kirk is a piece of shit. His stupid ass wife still out here being racist. I'm gonna be Charlie for Halloween. Put a fucking hole in my neck.
See, you want me to let you finish, but you don't let me respond. The net fiscal drain of an illegal immigrant, according to the House Committee on Budget, is $68,000 per person. The formula for that is social welfare used minus taxes paid.
Welcome back to Rattlesnake TV, guys. In this video, we are going to be watching Don Lemon get absolutely destroyed by a bunch of regular people on the street, and then at the end also by debater and journalist Cam Higgby. This is honestly one of the most embarrassing things I've ever seen in my life. Low IQ dumb Lemon actually can't win an argument with anyone. So let's get into it now, and we'll start off with some random Mexican auntie absolutely clapping his cheeks, and not in the way that he would like.
Okay, crossing the border illegally is not a crime?
No, it's not a criminal act. Okay. It's a misdemeanor.
So why are they being sent back and saying that they're breaking the law?
That's the point.
Okay, as somebody that actually...
We don't know if they're breaking the law because they won't tell. There's no due process. Where's the evidence? That's the whole point. And if they are breaking the law, most people will say, okay, then they need to go if they're criminals. But if they're not, why are they being rounded up and sent out? Especially when he promised to deport the criminals. And now he's not doing that.
Yeah, I don't think we're going...
Misdemeanor is not a crime, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
So misdemeanor is not a crime?
It's not a criminal act, no. If you get charged with a misdemeanor, that's not a criminal act.
So why get charged at all then, if it's not a criminal act?
Because we have different levels of crime. Everything is not the same.
So it is crime.
No,
it's just
we have different levels of. I shouldn't say crime, but it's not a crime. You're not breaking the law. I mean, you are breaking the law, but it's not a criminal act.
So it's breaking the law.
No,
the law, but
you're not breaking the law.
The misdemeanor is not breaking the law.
No.
So if you're speeding, drinking, get pulled over, DUI.
That's not a criminal act. Well, no, if you're speeding is a misdemeanor.
It's a misdemeanor.
Right.
So it's still breaking the law.
Okay, well, if you want to qualify that, we're doing semantics.
Because
but what I'm saying, but what I'm trying to tell you is everything is not the same. It's all not one thing.
But is it the law?
What is it? The law that what?
Is it a law to come over legally? Is there a law?
There are rules that are processes that you should follow. Yeah, so you're breaking rules. You're breaking the rules, but you're not necessarily breaking a law.
So what happens when you break the rules?
Then you suffer the consequences. But the consequences should not. Look, no one is saying no one should suffer the consequences. You guys are getting things mixed up.
So our Mexican auntie here has just completely and utterly humiliated Don Lemon with a few very common sense questions and a few very common sense arguments. So either Don Lemon is too stupid to actually know what he's talking about here, or he is just trying to gaslight his audience, who he obviously thinks are as low IQ as he is. And he's just basically lying to people. A misdemeanor is a crime. Misdemeanors include theft and vandalism and drunk driving. But yes, it's a crime and you can go to jail for a misdemeanor. In the US, crimes are divided up into different categories. So you've got infractions, which is like parking tickets, and then misdemeanors, and then felonies, which would be aggravated assault and rape and murder and these types of more heinous crimes. Crossing the border is actually a misdemeanor if you do it once, but actually if you do it multiple times, it becomes a felony. So just humiliating for Don Lemon there. And let's have a look now as this following astrophysicist openly mocks Charlie Kirk and Erica Kirk and celebrates and encourages Charlie Kirk's murder. Check this out.
What do you want to say to Donald Trump?
Donald Trump, basically, die from natural causes. Shit, Pam Bundy an idiot, Christy Nome ugly. I mean, shit. Donald Trump, get the fuck out of our city, basically, quit racial profiling people and shit, that's about it. I can't, I'm trying not to say it how I want to say it because y'all got cameras and shit, but...
You don't want it on camera. Why is it pissing you off so much?
Because they racist. I know deep down is all like some racist shit, you know what I'm saying? That shit is bullshit, so... You see the shit all over the news and all over the TV, seeing this dumbass shit they saying that day and all this dumbass shit they doing and shit. Once I rolled past here and saw people protest the shit, I don't know. I just want to be heard. I don't give a fuck. Like, they just some fucking idiots, man. I don't know. There ain't really no other way to put it. They racist. And they don't like me and I don't like them. And, they got a problem with a motherfucker like me, but they love Charlie Kirk. Like, that's just, like, what the fuck? Charlie Kirk is a piece of shit. Oof. I don't get no fuck. I got a job too. I don't get no fuck. Dox me, you better not pull up where I be at. I'm not from Broadview. You ain't gonna come looking for me, motherfucker. So I don't give a fuck.
Why do you say that?
Why I say what?
You said they like Charlie Kirk, but they don't like you.
Guys, I just wanted to quickly let you know, if you didn't know already, that I stream on this channel about 6 times a week at around about 6 p.m. Eastern time from Monday through Saturday. And you might not know about it because I delete them all after, because the streams are very, very spicy. We have hundreds and hundreds, sometimes even thousands and thousands of people who jump in those streams. It's really good fun, great community there. So if that's something that interests you, then hit that notification bell and you'll be notified every single time I go live. Hope to see heaps of you there. Let's get back to it.
Charlie Kirk running around saying stupid ass, racist ass shit, all type of dumb ass shit. And they call him a patriot, and he was a piece of shit. He was a racist. He said if he see a black pilot, he wonder is he qualified. He a piece of shit, bro. Like, he the one said that a couple gun deaths is okay for the Second Amendment. He said that shit. Then when he get shot, we all supposed to cry. He was talking shit the minute the bullet hit his neck. He's still talking shit. His stupid ass wife still out here being racist and trying to throw Super Bowl shows, and they dumb as hell. And Bad Bunny Puerto Rican, they don't even know he American. They just racist. Like, they just see, oh, he's brown. He just racist, bro. So f all up. My kids f all up. And f Charlie. That's how I feel, and I've been saying it, you know. So I'm gonna be Charlie for Halloween. Put a f***ing hole in my neck and free Tyler Robinson. That's in my eyes, that's what a patriot is. Shit. Just free him and send him to the military. He a good shot. You can't deny that. Send him to the military. Shit, maybe help the country.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Look, that was, look, this is live in real life. The views expressed on this program are not those of the host or this program, but it's live, and that's, look, this man is a freedom of speech. He can say what he wants. That's him. That's on him. But anyways, we are, that is unfiltered, and that's live.
I mean, it's live.
It's live.
So not only did Don Lemon not give any pushback to that guy there, he shook his hand and said thank you. Now, I hate to be Captain Obvious here, but I just have to point out, just imagine the shoe was on the other foot. Imagine it was a prominent Democrat that got publicly assassinated like that, brutally. And then Don Lemon was interviewing someone on the street who was wearing a MAGA hat and said the exact same thing that that guy just said. Do you think Don Lemon would maybe give a little bit of pushback? How do you think that the media would react to something like that? Do you think Don would have maybe shaken his hand and said, thanks, buddy? I don't think so.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
But why doesn't Don give any pushback? Is it because he's scared of what this absolute thug will say? Perhaps he's worried about how this sort of thing reflects on a certain demographic in Chicago that he's been spending a good part of his career gaslighting people about and saying that aren't a threat. We can only speculate. Now on to the next part now, where Don gets absolutely bodied once again, this time by journalist Cam Higgby. But before we get there, Cam Higgby has been having other interactions such as this one.
Charlie Kirk, Team 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 Charlie Kirk.
So obviously this is just coming from one side. These people are absolute lunatics. That's very clear. But us conservatives, us people who are on the opposite side to that, which tells us a lot about the fact that we're on the right side of history, we're just desensitized to that. Just a new thing that's happening. We're just used to it by now. Anyways, on to the next one. Keep in mind that there's some low IQ fat idiot screaming at Cam Higgby from the side here, but let's watch it.
You agree with him about the part where he came down the escalator and said, you know, people from Mexico are rapists,
He got called
murderers.
MS-13. He was talking about MS-13.
He said all Mexicans.
No, he didn't. He said he was talking specifically in the context of MS-13.
Shame.
If you want to do an interview, Don, we can do it.
I think people should see. We're live. I think people should see what's happening while it's up. He said, and some of them I would imagine are good people.
Yes, some of them. Correct. Yes.
Some of them I would imagine.
Yes, some of them are good people. Yeah, but
some of them I would imagine.
He was talking in the context of MS-13, whose motto, by the way, is kill, steal, rape, control.
Yeah, I don't think you're right about it. I don't think he was talking about MS-13. I think he would have said MS-13. I think he would have said MS-13. He didn't say MS-13.
He was talking in the context of MS-13 So, like, if I ask you right now to say something about MS-13,
hold on 1 second.
If I ask you right now to say something about MS-13, are you going to reiterate MS-13?
No. Let me just. He was running for office. He was announcing a run for office. He never mentioned MS-13. So what evidence do you have that he was talking about MS-13?
I can't pull up evidence right now because I'm live. But like,
why
I'd love
are you arguing it if you don't know the evidence? I watched the entire speech.
I can't pull it up for you, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yes, but he did not say MS-13.
Exactly. He was speaking in the context.
They're bringing crime.
He didn't mention
They're bringing drugs. They're
time.
bringing crime. They're rapists, and some of them I imagine are good people. That's the quote. He never said anything about MS-13.
Hold up. So let's for a second assume that he was not talking about MS-13. What's the problem with the quote?
What's the problem?
Yes.
You're qualifying a whole group of people as bringing drugs and crimes and rapists.
You just admitted that he admitted some of them are good people, but do you deny that Mexican cartels are coming up from Mexico and bringing gangs and rape and drugs? There's enough fentanyl that comes across this border every single
America's
year
filled with
to kill
gangs.
every
You guys
American by
created that
overdose.
What you're doing, though, is you're looking
The first gangs were fucking white to European gangs.
The cops are here.
Here, we gotta get behind
the barriers. No, the reason that people think it's racist is because he didn't say immigrants are good people who actually contribute to our society. But hang on.
He knows this.
Hold on. Let me get my thought out. He didn't say, immigrants are good people and they contribute to society. They pay into an income tax system or a healthcare system that they get no, benefits from. And we need to both.
I don't agree with that.
Yes, no. Yes, undocumented.
For Trump, it goes without saying. He's an illegal immigrant himself. Undocumented immigrants. Look at the House Committee on Budget. The net fiscal drain of an illegal immigrant is $68,000 per
But
person.
undocumented immigrants do pay into the system.
They do, but not enough to offset the amount of social welfare they use. The House Committee on Budget did a report on this with the Center of Immigration
to offset the
Studies.
amount of social welfare that Americans use. That documented.
You finish, but you don't let me respond. The net fiscal drain of an illegal immigrant, according to the House Committee on Budget, is $68,000 per person. The formula for that is social welfare used minus taxes paid.
Yeah. You're not factoring in the number of Americans who are documented who drain the system. That's way more than people who are documented or undocumented.
Illegals or illegals.
Because it's very relevant. Because you're only because it's important to have a conversation about people who are Americans who are documented who drain the system as well.
So once again, Cam with the facts and Don with just terrible arguments, just non-arguments. He gave the numbers on immigration and Don basically just said, well, we have to think about the American citizens, actually, that are a drain on resources. No, you don't, Don, because that's not what the debate's about. You guys were talking about illegal immigrants. And actually, I'll have you know, Don, that if you do want to go into that, and if you do want to look at which parts of the American population are really a drain on welfare and a drain on resources, you might not like where that goes.
Let me tell you a little story about a man named Shh. Even before you start, that was a preemptive shh.
Anyways, just to cap it off, let's have a look at one last mashup here.
If Donald Trump can hear this, you tell Donald Trump that everybody in Baltimore and as black people, we don't hate them.
Do the president send armed troops here?
Yeah, I think it would be a good deal.
You do?
Yeah.
All right. What about you, sir? President send armed troops here?
Yes.
You think so? Yes. Thank you very much. The president sent armed troops here to Baltimore?
Yeah, because I'm a troop.
The president wants to send troops to Maryland, to Baltimore. What do you think?
I mean, I think it would help. My husband was murdered 2 years ago, and nothing was ever done.
Murder where? At home?
Right out in front of our house.
Sorry.
It was a carjacking gone wrong, and they shot him in his head. Killed him instantly, so... But again, our lovely mayor didn't do nothing.
Did they ever find the perpetrator?
Nope.
So you want to see it?
Yes, I want justice.
You want justice, and you would like to see the troops here in the National Guard?
Yes.
It's getting out of hand, man. All these killings all the time. The murder rates going higher and higher. Send the troops to straighten everything out. You know what I mean? And then, make Baltimore great again.
So you're in favor of sending armed troops here to help?
I mean, if that's what y'all need to do, go for it.
It's like survival of the fitness around here.
I think it'll be a good idea.
Why so?
Maybe we can clean up some of this crime-ridden neighborhoods.
Yeah.
You know?
Is the crime bad?
Very bad. Atrocious.
I hear a common theme from people saying the kids, it's kids, it's kids, it's kids. So you...
It starts at home.
The kids of today, you remember the kids of yesterday when you couldn't get on the back of the bus? The kids of the day would have burned the buses up and flipped them over.
Okay, guys, that's it. Now, I just have to say, the fall of Don Lemon has to be studied. The fall of Don Lemon is so satisfying and heartwarming, especially when you contrast it to how Tucker Carlson's going, seeing as though they got fired at pretty similar times. You really do just love to see it, guys. So let me know what you think below. I'm looking forward to reading all of your comments. Don't forget to smash that like button if you did enjoy the video, and also if you would like to watch another one right here. Till next time, I'm Jake. This is RattlesnakeTV, keeping you armed and dangerous.